about a lot of y'all chicks, and I know y'all gonna get mad at me for saying this, but y'all need to stop constantly sitting up talking about how these men on the DL and these men sassy and these men this and these men that, when y'all know a lot of y'all women be on the DL. Y'all know y'all do. Like, y'all always trying to get drunk and kiss. And then a lot of y'all be stay talking about, I don't like these men, I don't like them. And it be because y'all like a woman. Y'all just like me and money. Y'all don't want to get with no woman though, because y'all don't want to pay for y'all own stuff. And y'all know that a lot of the women don't have no money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all know what y'all be on, and then y'all keep doing that same lie. Talk about, yeah, you know, I only ate 3 cats. Acting like that's normal just because y'all women. A lot of y'all women need to stop talking about these men when y'all be doing the same stuff. Y'all be messing around with y'all friends on the low, having sleepovers, talking about these men getting all riled up, and then y'all get to doing what y'all do. Y'all know what y'all be doing. It's not just the men that's on the DL, it be y'all too. It be y'all too. Like,
another thing, all that women be, we don't do stuff for men. We do stuff for ourselves. And women also do things for other women. Men need to be aware. The women that do things for other women are more than likely going to be with a woman, a masculine woman, a stud. So I just want fellas to be aware and to always gauge and assess women. If a woman has to do things for women, it's because she ultimately is going to want to be with a woman, and she is more than likely gay.
All right, man. So the conversation has shifted to DL women now. You know, women are now exposing other women on TikTok. They do anything to get monetized. Anything to go viral, to get monetized. It's almost the equivalent. I'm not talking these two young ladies speaking, but it's almost the equivalent of being on OnlyFans. For a lot of women that get on the internet telling these stories, even if they satire lies, they don't understand that once guys see your embarrassing stories, and I'm gonna say I'm not talking about the ones before the video, they ain't gonna want to deal with you. They're not gonna take you serious. You talking yourself right out of marriage for a couple dollars. But that's the problem with women. They just money. A lot of women just broke, and they money. They're the most educated, but they also the most in debt and the most brokest. And I mean financially, I mean spiritually, they broke. You know, and it's sad because they got all the tools to live a soft life, but they just leave those in the tool bag, right? So thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, right? And hit the link in the description, join the Patreon for the real channel going on there, right? So you heard the two women. First woman was saying that a lot of these women be DL, and that's why they don't like men. And I'm gonna have a particular video talking about that coming up pretty soon. And I was cool by this little girl I used to work with. Telling me how Holly Berry was her cousin. She ended up getting adopted and all that stuff. And you know, she was one of them young ladies about the same age. She was a real interesting type girl, right? Had a lot of trauma. You know, had a lot of trauma. And the most of y'all, most guys is watching this, like 99.9% of y'all will cuff her. And I'm not saying she didn't deserve to be so. She just had a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was a really good person. I say that. She the one that told me who Doja Cat was, right? So she told me one day we chilling or whatever. She like, yeah, she's like, you want to know something? He was like, you want to know something? She's like, well, most girls' girlfriends hate you because they're sleeping together. They're sleeping together. That's why they have a lot of vitriol towards you guys. That's why the best friend doesn't like you. And that's so deep. When I talked about this on the Patreon, it's deep to the point where your best friend girl will tempt your girl to cheat. And I'm talking like, I'm telling you, get the Patreon. They'd be like, girl, we about to go over to my friend's house. We about to have a good time. We're gonna drink, play some pool. Meantime, she going over her little side nigga house to fuck. She done told her side dude to have a dude ready for her friend. So best what? Or I'm cheating, you can't say nothing, I set it up for you to cheat. Or they'll just do that shit, or they'll just do it. She'll be single and she'll go over her homeboy house and she'll have to tell her homeboy have a homeboy for her homegirl. And that's how they do it. A lot of women sabotage what women got, bro. That's why you gotta pay attention to the friends, bro. Pay attention. But in another situation, a lot of these females, they didn't have sexual encounters with women. Vast majority of them. And a lot of that is a projection. They project on DL men. There's a lot of DL women, but it is a lot of DL men, and they like it. You know, I got a video on the main channel talking about A$AP Rocky. You know, but you know how you say he like to wear Rihanna clothes. I was gonna do it on this channel, but no Kanye, no Diddy, no Harvey Weinstein. And you know, I look at it and it's like, it makes sense. Like, at first you think they don't like you because your girl venting to him, right? This nigga ain't shit. You know, he do this to me, he do that to me. And a lot of stuff that women be venting about guys, and I just be like, what? Like, it's not make no sense why you mad. Why don't you just communicate with him or something like, oh, he won't do this and won't do that, but you be saying God won't do this and won't do that. But when he asks you to do something, you won't do it. So why would he do what you want him to do, but you won't do what he wants you to do? Does that make any type of sense? You know, this dude ain't here today. But yeah, why would he? They don't tell that half of the story. But you'll be like, damn, why do you know why the family don't like you? Understand why the family don't like you? Y'all go through something, and she go run her mouth back to he did this to me, he did that to me, and they automatically don't like you. And they already know how they cousin, they niece, they daughter is. They know how he is. They know they over emotional. You know, they know they be lying about some shit. Excuse me. They be lying about shit, and they be, you know, overblow stuff or whatever. They know they be lying and shit. But then, you know, it's just so easy for them to hate the new guy in the family. First off, if she got a father or man, they don't like you because they not sure you good enough to be with their daughter. You know what I'm saying? All right, they niece, whatever. It is what it is. So you got to prove yourself, right? The women don't like it because, you know, they want her to be miserable like everybody else, like they is most of the time. That's what it is. So it's like most dudes, like, women mess it up, but a lot of the friends, you be like, I ain't did shit to her, I ain't did nothing but being nice to her. And they don't like you. And then, you know, they get drunk. Y'all be thinking it'd be like, it's just like, it'd be funny them dancing with each other, dancing on each other at the club now, because guys don't even go to the club. They be dancing on each other at the club and twerking and kissing each other. Y'all think that's just like, oh, that's just femininity, or they just playing around. Man, I'm telling y'all, they go on them girls' trips and they can't find no fish in the ocean. They sleeping with each other, bro. This is the oldest shit in the book, bro. They sleeping with each other. A lot of them strippers, they sleeping with each other. You know what I'm saying? They be roommates. Why y'all think they be fighting when they be roommates? You know, they be sleeping with each other. A lot of girls at the club, they be dancing on the club grind. You think that don't turn them on? They don't get their juices flowing? You out your mind. And then I've already talked about how they sleep with the gay men. That was the A$AP Rocky video was based off. That's what they really want. They've created the men that they really wanted. They can complain regardless. They can create the perfect guy that's going to be complaining. They created the men they very wanted, bro. And like I said before, this ain't no news to me that they sleeping with these women sleeping with each other. They telling you kiss on each other, drunk and they drugged, they high. And the only reason like a lot of people end up finding out because a lot of women, you know, they'll tell. I had this chick, my homeboy sister, whatever, was messing around. And one of the girls, she got mad, was trying to talk to me. She didn't know we was low-key nobody, like, you know what I'm saying, whatever, right? And she was like trying to get on or whatever. She was like, and she got an attitude or whatever, like, but she ain't know. But, you know, and you know, down the line, you know, I met back up with her down the line, down the years. She was like, you know, so-and-so was gay and she was so possessive on me and she tried to get me and I was like, no, I'm good. And that's what, I'm like, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. It doesn't surprise me, man. Just look how they interact. Slapping each other booties, grabbing each other titties. If you gotta really know women, bro, like, y'all be like, how do dudes be knowing how to smash on the first night and the first link, bro? When it's music involved, when it's alcohol involved, when she feel comfortable with you, when she touching you, it's a wrap. It's the same thing with other women, bro. Most of the women that probably get taken advantage of sexually is probably drugs, alcohol, or some type of impairment involved. Players Club, remember that. It's probably some type of impairment involved. What did Sada Baby say? I forget the bar he said. She liked me so much she tried to play drunk. Like she liked me so much she tried to play drunk. I forget how the bar go. It's on a whole lot of choppers, the original version. He said I think she liked me so much, but then she tried to play drunk, like basically playing drunk like she having sex, but she was drunk. The alcohol was taken. That's their excuse. That's why they don't be counting them female bodies. And the second woman was talking about how a woman that always want to do something for other women, because of other women. Oh, and a lot of women would be like, oh, don't dress for men. I'm like, who you dress for? You dress for other women? You get your hair for other women? That's kind of going on the DL side. I agree with her. You trying to compete with other women. I do find it funny that you have a wife or a girlfriend that you like, you fuck with heavy, and they still trying to compete with other women. Like, you got the Holy Grail, you got the relationship, or you might be married, but they still feel like they got to compete. Well, I don't dress for men. Like, every woman that I dealt with, bro, like, that I seriously, like, most of the women I seriously deal with, like, even if it's not a relationship that we really kick her strong, they be like, what you want me to wear? You think I look good in this? Should I wear this? They ask me what they want them to wear. I can tell them what I want them to wear. I don't have an issue. I'm like, wear that. Or I like to see you in this. It never is combative. They might be like, that's a little bit too hot. Or I want to wear that color. What you think about this? Okay, that's different. But, women that dress for other women, so be it. But if they're always doing something other, will keep people like that might be, I don't think that's the end all be all what she said, but she might be onto a little something there. But yeah, that's just the world we in. A lot of these women had these experiences at teenage years too when they young. But a lot of times, a lot of women, they have these impairments when they don't have when they go out fishing for guys, especially these single mothers or women that's quote unquote celibate or don't have a man. When they go out fishing to the club, and that's why they complain on the internet about guys being broke and not going to the club no more. It's not to the point where guys not buying their drinks, right? That's not to the point no more. The whole point of it is now is that they can't leave home without no dick. They can't leave without dick. They can't leave with dick after the club now. That's the whole issue. That's why they so mad. Guys are just, it's only so many bouncers or security guys there and bartenders there. So they going home dickless. So when they got all that alcohol, they might be high, whatever they doing, the music, they horny. They horny as hell. So what you think else they gonna do? They gonna bum coochies. They gonna mess with that gay boy that they with. I'm telling you already, bro, it's common sense. The women that go out and may have every once in a while, and then they call their boyfriends. I'm coming home, baby. You better have that right up. You got a girl that go out and she have a good time, and maybe it's just a paint sip or they wine sipping or they and she been buzzed a little bit, a little high, and she don't come home and try to fuck you, bro. That's a red flag, bro. And at that point, you're obligated to fuck as a man. So that's your obligation. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button is the bell icon button. I appreciate y'all, man. Hit the link in the description, join the Patreon for the real channel at. Peace.